Hola a todos, estoy aquí para comunicaros que me retiro del tenis profesional.
Rafael Nadal.
La realidad es que han sido unos años difíciles, estos dos últimos especialmente. Creo que no he sido capaz de jugar sin limitaciones. Es una decisión que evidentemente es difícil, que me ha llevado tiempo tomarla.
Game, set, match for the king of clay. Gracias. With that one word, the good person from a small village bid adieu to millions of his tennis fans from across the world, who for 20 straight years watched him rush to the ball like a cheetah, to return forehands and backhands across clay, green and hard courts with nearly the same ease, lunging forward to pick a drop shot, slicing it across only to see his opponents miss his hits. On 3,998 occasions, his opponents never even had the chance to return the ball to him, while facing his bullet-quick curving serves. Yes, the man hit just 2 less than 4,000 aces against opponents like Roger Federer, Djokovic and the rest. With 92 singles titles, including 22 Grand Slams, 14 French Open titles, Nadal, who in all humility referred to himself as a good person from a small village, will go down in history as a tennis great, who competed with the greatest and beat them again and again. Hello and welcome, you're watching the Hindustan Times, I'm Abhishek Singh. This video, as you can probably tell, is a tribute to the king of clay, Rafael Nadal. Unlike former tennis greats like Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras, and even contemporaries like Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic, a muscled Rafa was built differently. Many considered his physique atypical for tennis, compared to Federer, who's fairly tall, lanky and thin with just the right amount of muscle, very similar to the Sampras body type, which is considered ideal in tennis. Nadal's muscled arms, relatively thinner torso and the overall weight to height ratio early on in his career made many wonder if he would be able to do well in tennis. Nadal, of course, proved them all wrong, with 92 singles titles, including 22 Grand Slams and 14 French Open titles. Talking about how unique Nadal's presence on the court was, Federer, who poured his heart into a social media post on his retirement, said, and I quote, "I'm not a very superstitious person, but you took it to the next level. Your whole process, all those rituals, assembling your water bottles like toy soldiers in formation, fixing your hair, all of it with the highest intensity. Secretly, I kind of loved the whole thing because it was so unique, it was so you." Nadal dominated the tennis court every time he walked on it, beating Federer a total of 24 times out of the total 40 times they came across on a tennis court. Their rivalry is called the greatest in the history of tennis. Commenting on their rivalry, Federer said, and I quote, "Let's start with the obvious. You beat me a lot. More than I managed to beat you. You challenged me in ways no one else could. On clay, it felt like I was stepping into your backyard. And you made me work harder than I ever thought I could just to hold my ground. You made me reimagine my game, even going so far as to change the size of my racket head, hoping for any edge." Nadal's stats, of course, are astounding. The numbers are especially remarkable as his competition throughout the last 20 years included the likes of Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, among other greats. He has won 484 ATP matches on clay, losing just 51. At Roland Garros, that figure is a ludicrous 96.6%, where Nadal played 116 matches and won 112, losing just 4 matches. Throughout his career, Nadal won 92 singles titles, including 22 Grand Slams and 14 French Open titles. His first serve success rate stands at 68%, and first serve points won is at 72%. Second serve points won at 57%, break points faced 6,515 and break points saved 66%. King of clay. Throughout his career, Nadal was often called that, but the fact that he won 8 Grand Slams outside the French Open makes condensing his career in that phrase wrong. Other than Nadal, only Federer, Djokovic, Pete Sampras and Bjorn Borg have won more total slams. In fact, even if you leave his French Open titles aside, he would still make it to the top 5 list of Grand Slam winners. Over his career, Nadal has amassed over $415 million in endorsements, appearances, and through other business endeavors, with pre-tax earnings of more than $500 million, on par with Djokovic and only behind Federer in terms of earnings. Talking about his own retirement, Rafa, in his last speech on a tennis court, said, and I quote, "The titles, numbers, they're there. People probably know that. The way I'd like to be remembered more is like a good person from a small village in Mullarka." He said it like a champion, who, despite the heights he climbed, still remains a humble boy from a small village. If you liked watching this video, please don't forget to like and share and to subscribe to the Hindustan Times.